Hello, welcome to MarcusG.tv. I am Chef Marcus Giuliano, chef on a mission. Today's mission is nutrition. So I sent a tweet out. Where are you going, Jamie?
I was just going to grab something. I'll be right back.
I need you to help me comment.
Can I grab something?
Go comment. Go grab something. So I sent a tweet out last week, and it's an older tweet. It's in one of my library of tweets. You know, I have like 50, 60, 70 tweets on McDonald's, and they might be current, they might be a few years old. But I throw some tweets out there because I want to, you know, bring awareness to the fact of, you know, sodas and McDonald's and fast food and stuff like that. So I sent a tweet out about a lawsuit, how parents were suing McDonald's for making their kids obese. And I had several comments on Twitter like, well, you know, it's really not McDonald's fault, it's the parents' fault, don't you think? So, Jamie, what do you think about this?
I definitely think it is both faults, because
both faults.
I believe that parents have the right to choose for their children what they eat, but I also feel that McDonald's makes it very appealing to children and parents because it's so quick and easy to just go to McDonald's and get
any fast food. So I totally agree with you. I feel it's both people's part. I made a video because Twitter's too short for me to describe, you know, how I really feel about this. So here's where the problem stems from. Okay, you have the American Dietetic Association, which all of a sudden has changed their name to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, the AND. Is what they officially called now. So the ADA or AND are the ones who set the standards for nutrition across America. In hospitals and everything, and in 38 states right now, if you're not ADA or AND certified or deemed from you know, their credentials, you can't practice nutrition. It's illegal to practice nutrition, okay? So you have to conform to ADA or AND, okay? Now, here's the shocking part. Do you know who controls the AND? They get $5 million in donations a year and funding support. $1 million or more comes from pharmaceutical companies. And the rest comes from Coca-Cola, Hershey's, National Dairy Council, Mars, PepsiCo, and the list goes on of who's donating, okay? So if you have Pepsi donating and funding the courses, professional courses, and Coca-Cola actually sponsors all the ongoing professional courses for dietitians in America, of course they're going to get their opinion across, which is then of course what happens when you get into a hospital or to the food pyramid or into some kind of like official ADA accredited dietitian telling you about nutrition and how bad sugar really isn't, you know, sugar's good for you and energy and how calories are calories. And so we're misled across the board is the problem. I was in the hospital visiting a friend who they wanted to give corn syrup to, and I knew he didn't want the corn syrup or the sugar, and the ADA accredited dietitian in the hospital was like, there's no difference between a spoonful of sugar or corn syrup and a pear. Now, if you're an average parent, an average person, you're going to believe what this dietitian's saying based upon the dietitian's information they got from Coca-Cola, Mars, Pepsi, and see how this goes. So now all of a sudden you're a parent like, well, gee, it's not that bad. I can go to the drive-thru at McDonald's and grab a soda for my kids, and it's just sugar same as a few pears, isn't it? Wrong, it's not. So we're really messed up to begin with on how the whole system comes around and how nutrition is taught. 38 states, you have to have an ADA accredited dietitian, whatever it is, to be able to practice nutrition. It's a scam, it's a ripoff. The American consumer is the one that's paying for it. So now you have a combination of maybe a parent who wants to get educated but can't get the right education, and they're getting the deemed official government education, which is wrong to begin with because it's being sponsored by private industry. So then you have the other parents who are just maybe lazy and don't want to pay attention and this and that. But then you have McDonald's who comes in and just does the marketing, and they know how to do it. And it's not McDonald's, it's all of them, all these companies. They know how to market. They know how to get kids into good feelings. You know, so yes, it's their job. It's what they do. Their bottom lines depend upon it. So yes, it's a combination of McDonald's being very aggressive, and it's a combination of parents being very lazy. But what if the parents have thought they've gotten great information and think that they're doing the right thing based upon AND or ADA guidelines? It's a scam, it's a ripoff, it's a hoax, and the parents are thinking they're doing the right thing because, oh, sugar this and a pear is the same, and it's just not. It's not. So my kids have never been into McDonald's. My son at 7 years old for the first time says to me, "Dad, did you know there's a playground in McDonald's?" At 7 years old. And I said, "There is?" Of course I knew. And he's like, "Yeah, I heard there was a playground in McDonald's." I mean, he was like, "What are they doing with a playground, Dad, in McDonald's?" I'm like, "Son, that's because once they get you there, they want to keep you there. And they know that kids go back for the playground, and they have birthday parties in the playground." And he goes, "Really, Dad? They do all that?" I'm like, "They do that." So my kids have never been into McDonald's. For me, fast food is going into a store and grabbing a 6-pack of bananas, or leaving my house with a 6-pack of bananas in my car. And a 6-pack, I mean a bunch of bananas. To me, that's a 6-pack of bananas. That's fast food to me. Fruit is fast food, and there's no reason why parents can't be doing this. There's really no reason. And when you look at the price of like bananas and stuff like that and fruit, this stuff is really inexpensive. It's really inexpensive compared to processed crap food. So it's really a shame, but you know, what parents need to do is parents just don't give their kids options. Don't bring potato chips home and Oreos and things like that. Just don't even have this stuff in the house. Just have fruit and veggies. That's it. So my kids do. I bring home 16 mangoes. I bring home 20 pounds of bananas. I bring home 3 watermelons, and my kids love it. They love it, and that's what they eat. And when their friends come over, they're like, "Wow, you guys have everything in this house," and this and that. And they're like eating kiwis and kumquats and all this fruit and mangoes and pineapples. I'm like, this is so cool. Parents, wake up. McDonald's, you know, you're just as much to blame, but parents are just as much to blame too. But if you want to be a parent that wants to get good information, you have to read holistic nutrition. You have to go to a nutritionist that has studied alternative nutrition, not somebody who has ADA or AND credentials. That's my response to parents and to McDonald's on this. So it goes both ways, guys. Both ways. But we really need to change the system for where it starts and get the ADA or AND. Get the companies that fund them out of the power, out of the loop, out of that, because they're the ones who are promoting the stuff, and Americans are thinking, well, gee, it came from the ADA, AND, it must be worthy, it must be accurate. It's not accurate. Like I said before, it's a scam. So parents, you've really got to think. It's obvious that, you know, a pear and a spoonful of sugar are 2 totally different things. It's, you know, we all know what healthy is, a carrot versus potato chips. It's not that difficult. So yes, parents are to blame and McDonald's are to blame, equally to blame. But I mean, I guess not equally to blame. I mean, like, I've done a great job, and my kids, you know, I worked hard on my kids to eat right. But then they go to other kids' friends' houses, they go to school, and you have teachers handing out cupcakes and cake and cookies, especially for birthdays. And you know, my son, he's very strict, and he will not partake, and he tells parents that has sugar in it. You know, you shouldn't be eating that yourself. But that took a lot of work and a lot of conditioning. It took a lot of beliefs by my wife and I to instill that into him, and really have into our daughter, to have all that the good food available, and every single day reinforcing the fact of why we eat fresh fruits and veggies, and why we don't eat fried foods and donuts and, you know, and sugary foods and McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, and why we don't go out for pizza and why we don't do that. It takes a lot of work and takes a lot of planning. So parents, yes, parents are absolutely lazy. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, definitely click like, subscribe, share, pass it on, spread the word. Thank you very much.